Hello and welcome. This is session number 2 of our fun little campaign that I'm calling Devil's Due. I'm Jay. I'm the DM.
I should pay attention. I'm Matt. I'm in not so sunny Southern California today.
Shane.
It's been cloudy for like the whole week. I'm upset.
Rain started.
Yep.
It's also raining here.
Yeah, the rain just started, so.
I'm under like 3 feet of floodwater right now, so I mean, not me specifically, but drive 10 minutes in one direction.
But is it currently raining?
No, but that looks to be changing shortly.
Well, then it's worse here.
Oh, well, if it's changing shortly, then we'll all be raining, which is going to be lovely for this campaign. It's perfect. The sky is crying for us already.
I mean, we are close to 93 record-setting flood levels of floodwaters in Alton right now, so that's fun.
Nothing to worry about here.
Everybody's having a great time.
The fish are, at least.
Except there's a lot of junk falling into their ecosystem that's not supposed to be there, since, you know, streets are underwater right now.
Love it.
Love, junk in the tub.
Okay.
Entirely unrelated to this conversation. I just so I went to a Phillies-Dodgers game yesterday because just for something to do. And the Dodgers have a guy named Will Smith, and his walk-up music was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I love it.
Only
And
appropriate
he hit
thing.
a walk-off home run. He hit a walk-off home run, and it was his first career home run. It was incredible.
Love it.
But the Phillies lost, so I guess I'm upset about that. I don't really care all that much.
I'm contractually obligated to believe certain things when it comes to sports, so.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anywho's it. So, last session, we got off to a fun start.
Critical fails.
Everyone found out that they now have to be good guys because a bad guy told them to.
Yeah. I like
Yeah, my
it.
character was confused by that for a little bit.
And then they were teleported to a field, which was filled entirely and exclusively with cows. It was cows in all direction, except for the road, which was approximately 10 feet away. But no one saw that. All they saw was cows.
They were really big cows in my defense. I just couldn't see past them.
Couldn't see the forest for the trees, except cows in this case.
I can't see the fields for the cows.
Well, after their disastrous attempts to find the road into town, they eventually found their road into town by consulting a friendly neighborhood cow.
Successfully.
The only thing that they could see. Once in town, they found out that the town's been having some bandit issues, and after talking to some townsfolk, decided to take on the task themselves, and then began the long process of wandering to the bandit camp, which they're still not exactly sure where it is.
Good.
And that's where we left off.
No, we left off with our good boy, Bron. For us, the only good roller of the evening.
Hey, I
This is
at
true.
least got my constant vigilance.
Yes. You are constantly vigilant.
I might not be vigilant.
Yeah. I'm just normally vigilant.
So, while we're walking,
Oh, we should
Wait.
sing some tunes?
well, one, that would help attract the attention of the bandits, but two, we could try to join them to find their camp and then attack them. But then that means we're going to be surrounded by all.
Also, you would have to successfully lie to them, which I'm not sure you
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
I think the whole weapons and sacks thing is probably the best idea still.
Yeah.
We're not exactly the most stealthy or subtle party in the world, probably.
No, we are not.
This is true.
I mean, we could.
We
So,
could try.
you are at the portion of the road where you are told that the bandits have been attacking.
There.
Shane,
Okay.
since you are maintaining constant vigilance, make a perception check.
This is going to go lovely. 12.
Okay. You notice before anyone else the goodest boy walking out of the brush.
And whatever you're saying.
Yeah, the audio. After you said Shay notices before everybody else.
Okay. Before everyone else, you noticed the goodest boy walking out of the bushes with uttering a low growl as if to alert you to something.
Oh, I'm gonna request to wait. Can I speak to Bronx?
If you cast the spell.
Because I could talk to him so that we don't actually have to make noise.
So I will tap you on the shoulder, point to Bronx.
Question.
Oh no, everyone else sees it. Everyone else sees it. Shane just sees it first.
Oh, okay. Right.
So yeah.
All
What
right.
happened?
I'm going to try and talk to Bronx. See if we're feeling on the same wavelength here.
I down on the ground and start rummaging through it like I'm shifting things around.
So you're casting Speak with Animal to talk to Bronx?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you ask him?
Ask him what's the matter, boy?
Found dirty people. Like
How
you
many
told me.
dirty people? How many dirty people?
A lot.
Do they have any weapons? Can you tell?
Some carrying sticks.
Pointy
Big
sticks
sticks.
or blunt sticks?
Big sticks.
Big sticks. Shiny sticks?
No, just sticks.
So probably like clubs.
Yeah. Rudimentary weapons.
Does anyone else have questions for Bronx?
You're the only one having this conversation, so you relay this to us.
Yes. I am relaying this quietly, preferably via pantomime.
I'll say loudly. What time is it? What time of the day is it?
It's early afternoon.
Okay. I'll loudly say, let's stop here for a break. This bag is getting heavy.
Okay.
And that clearing over there looks nice. So
Okay.
quietly I'll say, let's obviously stay vigilant, everybody. But let's try to draw them to us. Keep your weapon ready.
Roll me a stealth check to whisper that second part.
Okay. Let's see. Stealth. Oh, stealth is not terrible. 6.
Do you want him? Wait, do you want Bronx to be? Wait, we can
You
get
are
around
the
this.
loudest whisperer.
We can get around this if we send Bronx to the clearing and have him do a heckin' good shout.
Okay. So you tell him to go into the middle of the field and start barking?
Do you guys tell me that I'm like way louder than I intended to be?
You went from like shouting to like talking in a normal voice.
Yeah.
And you think because you changed volume a lot, you got quiet. But that is not the case.
This is great.
Starting.
Well, I'm gonna go get to
I'm just gonna shake my head and walk in the direction you're walking, but looking around to where it looked like Bronx had been like, there are people over there. If he kind of did some.
To draw them to the clearing.
Yeah, we're walking towards the clearing.
Oh, we want to be hidden away from the path of the clearing so that when Bronx is making a noise and they walk along to get there.
Well, I suggested that we go to the clearing, and you guys didn't tell me I sounded like an idiot, so I'm going to
At this point, I think anything further is just going to do more harm than good. I just shake my head and just go like volume or something.
Well, we know a lot. They have a lot of them, and they probably have staff. I'm useless, essentially, right now.
So we'll go into this clearing.
Okay. And Bronx is running around barking because he was told to. And also because he's a dog and enjoys said things.
Yes.
He is quite boofy. Okay, well, you are sitting in a clearing in the middle of the afternoon, pretending to be random travelers with big packs of things on your back.
Ooh, I like things.
And you have hidden your weapons in these packs.
My pack is in easy reach where I grab my weapon if need be, and I'm also remaining vigilant, or I'm looking around for signs of the bandits and an ambush.
You do not.
Okay.
I don't have a weapon.
Yep, so similar
Bronx is within my reach.
thing. It's next to me.
I mean, you have spells that you can cast in combat, and that's the important part.
Yeah.
You can do things.
So, everyone roll me a perception check.
My dog on. Nope.
OJ?
Everyone roll me a perception check.
12.
18.
11.
Okay. Shane, keeping in character with keeping constant vigilance, is the first to notice as 5 people slink out of the shadows between the trees and seem to surround you.
Wait, was I supposed to roll 2, 1 for Bronx?
No. He was done paying attention. You told him to start running around and barking, so he was wholeheartedly doing that.
Do they look angry?
They look dirty and hungry.
I go, hello there, fellow travelers.
I pull my fucking Morning Star out of the bag.
Okay. Well, the 2 interactions here send very mixed messages, and trusting their instincts, they're just gonna attack.
Yeah.
So, everyone roll me initiative.
9.
17.
14.
So, combat order will be Matt, Christy, Shane, then the bad guys, because they rolled terrible.
Finally, it's not us! Or at least not just us.
Yeah.
So, Matt, you have drawn your weapon, which was within easy reach, but was also kind of visible in your bag. There are 5 guys. They're each about 20 or so feet away from you, forming a rough semicircle around you guys in this clearing. What do you do?
I'm going to go for the one on the far left.
Okay. You can easily make it to him.
And I'm going to swing at him with my Morning Star.
Very well. Do a boop.
And that was a nice roll. I'm glad I'm rolling well to hit. So 24 versus his 8.
That will slightly hit them, yes.
And 7.
How much damage was that, sorry?
7.
Okay.
2 plus 5 and a bludgeoning, I think. Or no, is that piercing apparently?
Yeah, because it has the spiky bits on it, because it's a Morning Star.
It's a Morning Star. It's got the spike.
He bends almost in half around your blow and does not seem to be breathing well as your Morning Star pulls out of him, but he is still standing.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 too, so.
Shane, what do you
Don't
do?
worry, everybody.
Or isn't Christy first?
Yeah, wait a second.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Christy, my bad.
I rolled better for once in my life, and I want credit for
This is true. My brain just reverted to left to right on the screen, and
How far away are these
They're
monsters?
about 20 to 30 feet away, depending on how they're arced.
So
I would like to move within 10 feet of them
Okay.
to use poison spray.
Okay. What type of save do I need to make for the bandit?
What is that? Conjuring 15?
no, that's a constitution. 13.
Well, I'm guessing your DC is more than an 8, so they fail.
What is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 13. So yes.
So do your damage as he swallows the poison with his whole face.
That is this one.
2.
Okay. He hacks it back up, but is not happy about it, and looks a little worried that someone who can use magic is attacking them. Was not accounting for that. Shane, your turn.
Let's see. You attacked the one in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So I will go for the far right.
You have not drawn your weapon yet. It is still in your bag.
Right. You have that.
Well, see, the problem is, as you go to reach for it, you realize you hid your weapon a little too well, and it's all the way at the bottom.
Screw it. I grabbed the bag and I'm now using.
Okay. You are now using your bag as an improvised weapon. Good to know.
Yes.
So you're going to beat this guy with your bag.
Yes, it has a hammer in it. It'll work at some point.
Roll me an attack roll without your proficiency bonus, so just strength.
8 with +3 strength.
He is able to put an arm in the way to block the bag from doing any noticeable damage to him. And as he pushes it off, he seems really confused by you, but has no problems following it up with a stab.
Figured.
But also completely whiffs, so you're fine. The buddy standing next to him will close down on you and try to stab you from behind, and will roll a 14, which I believe still misses you, right?
Yes.
By like a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the other two are gonna close down around Matt and swing at him. We have a 7 and an 11 to hit.
Both miss.
I figured. And the one that Christy sprayed in the face is going to get a club to the face in return. And he will roll a 21 to hit. And will do 5 damage to your facial region.
Well, isn't that sad?
However, that puts us at the top of the order, where we're with Matt,
All
who
right.
is handily fending off 2 people.
I was gonna say, so I've got the one who I hit the first time, right, and
Yep.
then a second one next to me.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go back at the one that I hit the first time and try to down. I roll 23 versus his AC.
Just a little bit.
So much for the crap rolls last. Well, I still can't do damage, so that's not great. So that's a 6. Damn.
You come at him from the other side from where you cracked ribs the first time, and he seems to go down like a sack of potatoes and is slightly wheezing.
That's funny because we dragged sacks of corn, not sacks of...
Potatoes.
Christy, you're up again.
I don't think your idea is
Why?
too much time. You try them.
It doesn't take that long to suffocate. Okay, wait, Jay.
Yes?
How does shape water last? Like, how long can I control that water?
I believe it's a concentration. It says concentration up to 10 minutes, right?
I see.
There should be
It
something
just
that says
says-
duration.
It just says cantrip at will, shape water. Time at 1 range, 30 feet, hit dice. Control. Notes. Or cubed, sorry.
I am pulling it up. However, there is not an acceptable area of water within range. That is going to put a damper on that plan.
Well, how many people are there and how sweaty are
Not enough to do
they?
this.
You empty their bladders.
All right, well, never mind then. Wait a second. What's the environment around me like? And technically, Druidcraft do.
Druidcraft would not combat useful things, and you are in a clearing.
But would it be restraint useful things? Like, for instance, could I use Druidcraft to create plants that come out and immobilize our attackers via vines and grabbing their arms? And
No,
legs?
that would be the spell Entangle.
Damn it. I don't know that one yet, so can I get around it by doing it with this one instead?
No, you cannot replicate a first level spell with a cantrip.
But if I heal myself, I'm just going to die anyway, so I may as well do poison spray and try and take somebody out with me.
That's fair.
Kamikaze it. All right, we'll poison spray again.
He will just fail to save.
So roll damage.
Which is this one.
Yep.
Christ. A 3.
Okay. He continues to hack up poison.
Just like sitting there retching.
You just keep going, nee, poison.
And he's just like, bleh, bleh.
Yep.
You're
That-
spraying bug spray at him with your hands. Magical bug spray.
Yeah.
So our intrepid paladin, are you going to continue to try to beat this person with your sack?
If
Please do it.
if I sidestep to the right, so I'm to the right side of the person I'm attacking, since I'm on is in front of me, I'm assuming. Can I get all of them in a row, or are they still in the semi-circle?
You can probably get 3 of the 4 who are still up in a line.
So I'm going to do that, and then attempt my breath weapon.
And what type of breath weapon do you have?
It is lightning.
Okay.
12 dex.
Okay. First guy will roll a natural 2 and fail. Second guy will roll a 13 and pass. And the third guy will roll a 4 and fail.
All right. First guy will take 10 shock damage.
Oh, it'll do the same damage to all of them.
Shock.
So, Christy, the guy who had been harassing you, suddenly gets hit by a lightning bolt from the side and keels over.
Yay! Huzzah!
And it severely singes the guy in front of you, immediately in front of you, Shane. But the guy behind him seems to get out of the way for the most part. At this point, the guy in front of you will attempt to bolt and run. So you get an opportunity attack with your sack as he runs away from you.
And
Well, since an 11 didn't hit last time,
yep.
so you blindly flail your sack of goods at him and are unable to connect as he runs away from you. His buddy looks at him as he runs past and just yells "coward" and then closes in on you to stab. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Then you are not hit, as his buddy steps forward and attempts to gut you. And Matt, you've engaged a guy, and 12 doesn't hit you either, I'm guessing.
12 does not.
Okay. So there's 2 guys sticking around and 1 guy running for his life.
So
I have a that's
Can I send
in my bag that I hid.
What was that?
Can I?
said I have a crossbow that's in my bag. I think so.
It would be an action to draw it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
How
No,
large
I'm not
is
going to do that. I'm just going to swing at the guy next.
Okay.
That's a 9 versus his AC.
That is not sufficient to hit him,
Kind of figured it wasn't.
and he parries it with his club. So, what were you asking about Bronx, Christy, since it is now your turn?
I just ask him to run and trip the guy trying to run away?
Sure, but you're not sure how the guy will feel about that, and he might swing at Bronx, since Bronx is just a dog.
But he's a pity. He's got the strong jaw.
Okay. If you want to order him to do so, you can, and he will listen to you, especially since you still have Speak with Animals up. And that is not your full action, so what else do you want to do?
How many are still out and around that aren't running away?
One on Shane and one on Matt, to either side of you.
I could use some help.
I mean, but my help doesn't seem to be super helpful. But I'll give it a shot. I would like to go over to Shane and attempt to help.
By casting Poison Spray again?
Yes, exactly by that.
Okay.
I'm really successful at it, so I figure third time's the charm.
Well, they rolled a 19 on their con save, so it is not the charm the third time. So it's your turn, Shane.
All right.
Okay.
And Bronx bolts after the guy on the run, but has not quite caught up with him yet.
I never sent him.
Which one of the guys called him
I only
a
thought
coward?
about it.
I thought you said that you wanted him to trip him.
No, I didn't actually send him.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
He said he might take a swing at him, and then
Okay.
I was like, I didn't actually send him.
Okay. Never mind.
Which
Bronx
one of
does
you
not
guys
bolt
called
after
him
them.
a coward?
The guy on Shane.
Okay.
How much time would it take to get my weapon out of my bag? I'm assuming.
It'll be your whole turn.
Yeah, I figured. So I'm gonna try and hit him again with it.
Okay.
At some point it'll work.
You know, it's got to be a pretty heavy bag.
It is.
Will you stop it?
Stay on the table. There we go. 15.
That'll hit. It will deal 1d4 plus your strength modifier and damage.
Where's my 4? 7.
Okay. Well, between that and the lightning bolt, he goes down.
My
Huzzah!
sack of
So, I say, give up the fight and maybe we'll let you live.
Yeah, well, it's his turn first, and he's going to try to stab you first. Does a 16 hit you?
A 16 ties my AC right now. My shield is in my bag.
So that will, in fact, hit you. And you will take 2 points of damage as he
Okay.
catches your side with the tip of his sword. Or, I'm sorry, his club.
Yeah.
So are you stabbing him back, or are you delivering an ultimatum?
I'm delivering an ultimatum, and I'm going to try to arrest. Yeah, I'm delivering the ultimatum.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an intimidate check then.
Ooh. I have skill in that. 17.
So the guy looks at you, looks at his club, looks at his 3 dead friends, looks at the other guy running away, and just looks at you, and he's like, I don't got any place else I can go, man. If I go back there, the boss will kill me. If I go to town, they'll all know I'm a traitor. I just gotta do what I gotta do. Sorry about this.
I'll respond, what if we kill the boss and let you go?
Then I'd be a traitor on the run. Christy, it is
All
your
right.
turn.
That was a disappointing waste of full round action.
Do I try and kill it? I want to heal
I mean,
my...
he was successfully intimidated by you, but he also has no other options in life. Deserters don't really get to go back to life.
Option. What if he joins our misfit group of hooligans?
That offer was not presented to him yet, but feel free to do so now.
I would like to present him that offer.
Okay, then roll me a persuasion check.
5.
Well.
With my +0,
Oh, yeah.
a 5.
So you excitedly pipe up.
Out, like, bludgeonly, like, hey, join us!
That was horrible.
He looks back, sees you, notices the, like, dripping poison from your hands, and just goes...
We'll shake on it.
So Shane, that brings us to you.
Shane, your computer, a camera or microphone or whatever, does not handle yelling well.
It did not. Which just added to the experience on our end, I have to say.
Glad I could be of assistance. I need to learn how to roll. Just over here trying my hardest.
Has anyone in
Kill him.
town seen your face?
Kill him.
How will they know that you're a trader, not just someone traveling through?
He gestures down to his shirt. He's like, I'm dressed from the army.
And clothes can be taken off.
I'm an adult male who, isn't conscripted to an army, and I'm not a citizen, so...
Do you have brands?
Well, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check to go along with this.
Damn.
It's worse.
5.
So he's like...
So this entire time, I'm holding up finger guns.
He just looks at you and he's like, I really appreciate what you guys doing, but when those reinforcements arrive, it won't look good if I'm not fighting you. And so he delivers a half-hearted attack at Matt. And his half-hearted attack is better than all of his actual attacks thus far, of course.
Yes.
So, Matt, you will take another 7 points of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, that half-hearted attack was not half-hearted in the slightest. Apparently, he gave it his all.
It was a half-hearted attack with like a bag swung full of lead by accident.
Oh,
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
Yeah, he just like half-heartedly.
So, Matt, we're back to
All
you.
right. I have 2 health left, by the way, so that's not great. But I'm going to swing back at it.
Okay.
And that's a 20. Oh, that's a 19 versus AC.
Okay. That will successfully connect.
All
Since
right.
from the sounds of it, you haven't rolled below like a 14 on your attack rolls.
That was in fact a 14. And I did roll a 4, I think, once, but it wasn't great. So I rolled a 2 for my damage. Awesome, and that's a 7 damage.
Okay, he takes.
And can I step away from him towards Shane and Christy?
You can get between him and Shane and Christy, but you can't get out of weapon range without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'm gonna stay within weapon range, but I'm gonna say, Shane, engage this dude because I'm not doing so hot.
Yes, Matt is looking very bruised and bloody.
Can healing word only be used on one person at a time?
Yes.
Okay.
It is your turn now, though.
I know, I'm going to use it on Matt.
Okay. How many hit points does Matt receive?
7.
Nice.
So then we're gonna hit that.
Yeah.
You have used.
Okay.
I will-
You can move if you want to, but
I'll have to do that.
Huh?
you can move if you want to, but I would guess you don't want to go too far away from your Haiti boys.
Because I'm like, not near anyone trying currently, so.
So that brings us to Shane. The intrepid paladin Marvin.
I think I'm going to get my weapon out now, since there isn't someone immediately on top of me. So I'll spend my round to grab my weapon out of the bag.
You can walk over to him as well. It just takes your action, not your full turn.
I will walk over to him, now holding my warhammer.
Okay. That is much more intimidating than your bag of goods. I will tell you that. But seeing Matt rallying, and the fact that you haven't taken a hit so far, he's just going to continue down the path he went and begin the Kersmackening. And he will roll a 22. And he will hit very well.
Against
But
me or
will
Matt?
only do 2 damage to Matt.
Okay.
All right.
So he hits you squarely, but doesn't have much oomph behind it.
That would have knocked me out if I had not been.
I'm aware. So, all of the people you can see have either fled or are unconscious / dead.
Wait, is he unconscious / dead?
Yes.
Those are
Oh, sorry. No,
different
my
words.
bad.
Okay,
You have
so
a turn.
I have to swing at him again?
Unconscious
Yes.
and dead are different. Unconscious.
That is a 16 versus his 8.
That will hit.
And that is 8 damage.
Now he is unconscious / dead.
There we go. Dude ran away, right? And is still running away. Fuck. And I assume he's out of our sight.
Yes. He ran into the forest, where you lost sight of him quickly.
Okay. Well, we should recover quickly here, guys. Chris, you got hit, right?
Yeah, I'm at 6.
Yeah, but you're out of spell slots.
Yeah.
Well, but we still have the short rest heal thing.
That is literally sitting around for an hour.
Oh, never mind. We don't have that. So
I say we tie
we've
these
either
guys
got to prepare to take on more. We don't really know how many there are, or we have to get out of here quickly. What do you guys
Yo,
think?
I say we scamper. We have no idea how many reinforcements are coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we could do that and allow them to catch up to us. I assume we dealt a pretty significant blow by taking out 5 of their people.
4.
4 of their people, rather.
Running.
We could also try to set up here. I have a longbow. That's not great. No, I have a crossbow as well.
If we tie and gag these guys and move them to a location where they're out of the field, so they're not seen, we know that they're not going to join it.
I mean,
if
if
we
slit
move
their
into the
throats,
woods,
we know that they won't join in either.
Whew. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not like we. Oh,
That's all
but
I'm saying.
Only
But
one of them is actually still alive.
Perfect.
The other 3 were like overkilled.
But that one could be running for help. And he would know our location and know a description of us. He could also just be running for his life. But
I say whatever we do, we should probably move at least ourselves into the woods.
Yeah, at least
Around
I
the
agree.
clearing, so where we're not seen. So we should probably have this conversation there.
camouflage.
Now, do we want to leave person that's only unconscious alive?
No.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
do we want to? It's either yes or no, and I kind of grab my hammer and I'm like, I really don't want to, but like.
I'm egging you out of the corner like, do
It's better to have a dead foe than one that can wake up and join the battle.
Exactly. Did you learn nothing from The Walking Dead? You don't leave one alive. They come back and fuck up your shit.
All right, I coup de grace with my warhammer,
Okay.
crush his skull in, and then I just start walking into the woods.
Okay.
Wait. Can I let Bronx have a snack? It just seems like wasteful.
The eating of sentient life has some severely negative connotations
Isn't
to it.
sentient anymore? He's dead.
Yeah, you
Wait,
don't.
what are you saying about animals? That they're not sentient?
Yes, by the definitions of, intelligent life. It is frowned upon in most societies to eat them, and to order your animal to eat them would carry the same kind of weight.
I'm just allowing, as in not scolding if he decides he wants to take a bite.
Okay. Well, since you stopped for lunch like 3 hours ago, he's not particularly hungry at the moment.
Fair enough, but he needs choices.
Okay, so I'm going to try to set up in a position where that's closer to the road than necessarily deeper in the forest, that has a good view of the clearing, but still in the forest.
Okay, so you guys are going to attempt to set an ambush for the next wave of bandits.
Correct.
Is the course of action you decided on?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone roll me either a stealth or a survival roll. Either will work here.
I will roll survival. All right, what is that? I'm not going to keep if it falls off. That's a 10. 13.
I rolled an 8 survival.
I got a 20 stealth.
Okay. So Matt scrambles up a tree and disappears into the branches with his crossbow. And
Actually, I'm going to use my longbow.
okay, longbow.
Same thing.
Shane will find a thick tree and stand behind it like this, with his morning star held right in front of him.
Warhammer.
Can I have my crossbow next to me, loaded and ready to fire?
Yes.
What's the weather like?
It is partially cloudy.
Chance of rain? Strongy? Like black clouds or like little wispies?
Maybe rain, but it might just be a little thick gray cloudishness. You'll see the sun every now and then, but not a lot. And Christy will find a bush to sit in. And Bronx will sit next to her.
In the bush. Or will he sit outside of the bush while I'm sitting inside of the bush?
That might be part of the problem with why you rolled so low.
So it's just me in a bush with one hand out on my...
Yes, that might be part of the reason why you did not do such a great job of hiding. So,
oh boy.
How long are you guys prepared to wait in these positions?
Like half an hour.
Okay.
Well, wait. If we're going to do a half an hour, why don't we just do an hour? Because isn't that a quick rest, and then don't I get a spell back?
You get your spells best on a long rest.
Huh?
You get your spells back on a long rest. And if you're waiting in ambush, it is not a rest because you are actively searching for enemies.
How are you actively searching if you're sitting and waiting?
Because of the vigilance, it's the alert level.
But why wouldn't you be passive?
So if you want to tend to your wounds, you have to like actively do that as opposed to sitting there watching the clearing for people waiting. So you'd be distracted if you attempt that.
Yes.
I mean,
I
if you trust us enough to
this.
like monitor, you can tend to your own wounds, and then like we can pay attention, but then you'll get a passive response.
And if we get interrupted, it doesn't help anyway.
Yep.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. So let's see what the odds are that they will get there in the half hour you are waiting for them. Oh, interesting.
All right.
4 hours later.
So, about 20 minutes after you guys take up your position, you see, or after, roll me a perception check.
11.
13.
Sorry. Had to get more beer. 11. No. 12.
Okay. Well, you all see the guy from before who ran off injured, ushering people who you can't quite make out through the trees back to the clearing. There appear to be 2 other people with him.
Okay. What's the difference? Can I tell a difference of the people there by just looking at them?
They seem to be similarly equipped. One has a sword, the other has a spear. But they're not wearing shields or anything.
Okay.
They seem to be trying to sneak. You just notice them. And the guy in front is just doing an awful job of going through the underbrush without... He does that thing where he holds the branch in front of him and then it swings back and smacks him in the back of the head and he yelps.
Nice.
It's just comically bad sneaking.
Excellent.
He
So,
should be
have they stepped out into the clearing yet?
They have not. They are kind of stopped at the edge near where they came from in the first place. That will put them roughly between where you are and where the clearing is, though.
Okay. I'm going to hold until they step out of the clearing.
Okay, well, about this time, one of them will look over his shoulder and see a dog sitting there and be like, "What the hell is that?" And his friend will look back, he's like, "It's the damn dog, get him!"
When that happens, when the guy says, "What the hell is that?" that's my cue to I was already aiming.
Yes, you will get that shot off. It will be the action for the surprise round.
Okay, I'm going. Aww.
Uh-oh.
Aww.
Uh-oh.
That is a 6 versus AC.
The shot goes wide. And they're like, "They're ambushing us!" And then everyone roll initiative.
Nat 1.
Okay.
12.
6. Really bad at rolling.
Okay. Matt, that makes it your turn with the 12.
Can I pick up the crossbow and shoot with the crossbow?
You could also shoot another arrow.
I guess I could just shoot another arrow with the longbow.
I mean, you could also do that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying.
No, they're the same weapon, so it doesn't... just the longbow shoots them. I don't even know why I have the crossbow. So that was a 23 to hit.
That will definitely
I'm really
hit.
up and down.
Are you aiming at one of the healthier guys or the guy who ran off?
I'm aiming at one of the two
Guy
who
who ran
is
off.
not the guy who ran.
Snitch.
Okay.
Snitches get stitches, Matt.
It was a 4.
Okay.
I did 4 damage.
You will take his 4 damage.
My highest D8 roll has been a 3. I've rolled 5 times.
Okay. Christy, it is your turn.
How far am I from them?
20 to 15 to 20 feet.
I just have a feeling if I move closer, I'm just gonna get punched.
That is a possibility, yes.
I think I'm just gonna stay in my bush for a hot sec with my dog.
Are you going to poison spray at them?
Well, I can't if they're 20 feet away.
You can run up, poison spray, and run back.
Yeah. Can I please do like a running jazz hands poison spray?
If you want to flavor it that way, sure.
Like, run.
That is 100% how you can do it.
That's exactly how I do it.
Okay. So he rolls a con save. He will fail that con save by 1.
I go 12. 10.
And he will inhale the poison and stop breathing.
Perfect.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's my only good roll, so don't get used to it.
So, Shane, one of the healthy guys just went down in a bout of poison. So there's the half-injured guy and the unhurt guy left. And it's your go. Because they also rolled nat ones.
Oh! I was wondering, I'm like, what? I will charge the injured guy and attack with my Warhammer.
You do that. This guy never actually saw that you had a Warhammer, by the way. All he saw you swing with was the sack.
Nat 1.
Okay, that's 2 in a row for you. That's real good.
I'm gonna change my trade.
He will taunt you and say, maybe you should have stuck with the sack there, buddy. And then he will try to beat you with his club. Does a 17 hit you?
You've cursed my
No,
life.
not with the shield on now.
Cool. And then the other guy is going to try to stab you with his spear. And that will be a 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And it will do 2 damage.
Ow.
And about this time, a guy that no one noticed will appear out of the forest beneath Matt's feet and cut the branch he's standing on with a wicked-looking scimitar. Matt, I'm going to need you to roll me a reflex save. Or, I'm sorry, a dexterity save.
Oh, that's the big bet. Possibly. Maybe. We don't know.
Okay, sorry. Reflex.
/ dexterity.
Big Mac.
Because 5th ed.
Did that roll? All right, that's actually pretty good. Dex save is a 16 total.
Okay, you are managed to catch yourself on your feet. And
I am managed to catch myself on my feet.
Yep. And you will have a chance to dodge the knife that comes at your eye immediately following your landing. So his, I believe that is a 10, does not hit you?
Does not hit me in the slightest.
Okay. So, you now see in front of you a man wearing the symbols of a captain who is wielding a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other, standing in front of you, and you have no idea where this guy came from because you did not see him at all.
Well, good for him. I'm surprised he saw me.
You did shoot 2 arrows out of the tree.
I did shoot 2 arrows out of trees.
Wait, arrows
Well,
don't normally shoot out.
Anyway, I'm going to pull out my morning star and bash him in the face.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Oh boy.
That's a 13 versus...
It does not hit.
Yeah.
So as you swing in with your big heavy morning star, he leans slightly out of the way. And since you were still getting your footing from, falling down from that tree, he's able to easily sidestep your blow. And that brings us to Christy.
I'm going to do a running jazz hand poison attack.
At the injured guy or the uninjured guy?
The guy that looks real like a chiefy.
Oh, so you're going to run back to where Matt is and poison spray that guy?
Yeah, I'm going to try and help.
Okay.
I'm just running across the field.
Can I direct you to be across from me? So
Yeah, so it doesn't like hit Matt in the face by accident.
Okay, he will roll a 16 on his con save. And BK.
Oh. Yeah, he won.
So, Shane, that brings us to you.
I will now attempt to function as like a paladin and hit someone with my warhammer, preferably the injured guy in front of me.
That seems like a pretty good idea.
Please. 11.
That actually gets him. But only because he's limping heavily.
$10 damage.
So basically you caught him as he was trying to step back. He kind of stumbled and just stumbled headfirst into your warhammer and stopped moving shortly thereafter.
1 down.
2 down.
1 to go.
And the guy with the spear, looking at the guy, is just going to kind of go and attempt to stab you. And he will roll a critical hit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And will do 7 points of damage to you.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a bit toasty.
His boss, still seeing Matt as the greatest threat, especially now that he's in your face, will swing once with the scimitar and then a quick stab to the gut with the dagger. The scimitar will roll a 14.
Does not hit.
And the dagger will roll a 17.
Does not hit.
17 does not hit?
Nope.
Got your shield out?
My shield.
Nice. So you're able to block the dagger. You sidestep the swing of the scimitar and get your shield in the way of the dagger, and are generally okay with how things turned out there. It is now your turn.
To be honest with you. Do I have flanking? Do Christy and I have flanking?
No, because she went in, sprayed, and then ran back.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay. I don't know what you did, but it didn't go well.
It didn't go well. Not as I intended.
Okay. Christy, there is a guy on Matt and a guy on Shane. The guy on Matt seems significantly scarier.
Yeah, but Matt has more life than Shane. Right?
This is a fair assessment. Shane did just get stabbed quite badly.
What are you at, Matt?
I'm at 9 still, so I'm okay.
Shane's at 3. So I'm going to run in and out with my jazz fingers of poison in an attempt to help Shane this time.
Okay. It will roll an 11, which fails.
Ah!
Get that one.
3.
Okay. He will swallow the cloud of poison, cough slightly, and leave an opening for Shane to attack.
Yay!
Good final. That will be 22.
That will definitely hit. As you take out the advantage of the coughing guy to just absolutely smash the bejesus out of him, I'm guessing.
Yay!
Yes. And that will be 6.
Okay. You solidly hit him in the ribs, but he is still standing. And he looks at you, looks at his boss, looks at you again, and then half-heartedly seems to stab at you. 15?
That does not hit.
And the pained expression that shoots across his face as you dodge this blow is kind of priceless. And then Matt, you got the attention of this captain guy.
I did.
Does an 18 hit you?
It ties.
So it does. He barely sneaks his scimitar in, and the follow-up strike with his dagger connects as well.
Jesus.
So that is 5 damage from the scimitar.
Ooh. Okay.
And 2 damage from the dagger.
Oh my god.
All right. I got 2 HP left.
I'm coming to you next.
Okay, Matt.
Well, I'm swinging back at him. Let's go. Blow for blow.
I believe in you.
Well, you shouldn't. That's a 12 versus his AC.
Okay, that definitely doesn't hit.
I'm going. I can't sidestep away from his thing, can I? There's
Without
sidestep
provoking.
as a move action.
Nope.
Okay.
They got rid of that.
Yeah, I'm kind of screwed, huh? All right.
Doesn't look so hot for intrepid adventurers. So, Christy, it is your turn again.
I'm gonna do a drive-by poison on the guy currently going after Matt.
Okay. You roll a 12.
Ha ha ha. And I rolled a 7.
Okay. He will have poison sprayed in his face and be unhappy about this.
Well, I
Shane.
think anybody with poison sprayed in their face would be unhappy about it.
So I will swing at the guy that's still up in front of me.
That seems like a fair course of action.
That is going to be 21.
Just barely hits.
Close. It was really close.
I mean, if you reverse those numbers, that would be his AC, so you got that for you.
And that is going to be 11 damage.
Yeah, that would have taken him down from full, so he is curse-splattered across the tree next to you.
Yeah, I'm incredibly disappointed he had 1 health left.
No, he had 5 health left.
Didn't Christy do 3 and Shane do 7? Or am I... nope.
Okay. So, that puts us to the big boss man.
Yeah.
I
Who
really
is
Sorry about this, guys.
dead
was
set
nice
on
knowing
hitting
you,
Matt.
I tried.
And roll a 13 for the scimitar and a 12 for the dagger.
Yay!
Yes.
Punch him, punch him, punch him!
Time to punch him.
Rip it, kick it,
Not
punch
actually
it.
punch. Swing at him with my Morningstar.
I figured.
13 versus AC.
That will not get him.
I could really use advantage, but nobody's granted me it.
I mean, Shane will join you here shortly.
Excuse you, what am I, chopped liver?
You're
Don't
not
say.
engaged with him, so that doesn't help get advantage.
I know.
But it is
I'm
your
trying.
turn for drive-by
I'm
poison
drive-by
spraying.
poison.
Okay, drive-by
Are you meant to
poisoning.
have you prep our food?
And he will roll an 8.
Ha! And I'll roll an 11.
Ow. He kind of takes his attention off Matt for a little while and glares at the slightly bluish person who keeps running through the forest, flinging poison at him, and then disappearing into the trees.
Wait, but can I do it finger gun style so
Sure.
it comes out as like a little pew 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 pew?
Sure, however you want.
That's how I want to do it.
It's your magic. Shane.
So now that I have no one to engage with, I'm going to Angry Scimitar Dude and charge him and attack him with my Warhammer. Which
Very
I'm
well.
assuming is going to be on the other side of Matt, so it's going to give him advantage.
And it will also give you advantage,
Yay.
assuming you go to the right spot, which you're smart enough to do.
Nat 20.
Okay, so the way we're going to do criticals here is you're going to do max damage plus 1 dice of whatever the damage is. However, you can also add your Divine Smite on this, and you don't have to make that decision until you hit, which is the fun part about it. And the fun part about it is the Divine Smite also crits. So the same rules will apply for your smiting.
I do not see that on my sheet.
Do you not have it yet?
I don't
That-
think so.
Might be the case.
Unfortunate.
That
In
is.
any event.
Oh yeah, you don't have spells, so of course you can't smite yet. My bad.
It's
Class
okay.
features you will have as a paladin.
So that is going to be 8 plus 7 plus 3. So 18.
Okay, you deliver a back-breaking blow to him, but he is still standing. But does not like
his
his...
because his back is broken.
For a lesser man, it would have cut them in half, but he seems to right himself. And now with a person on each side, he's less sure of himself and will swing his scimitar at Matt and the dagger at Shane. And an 8 does not hit Matt, but a 24 will hit Shane, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That will be 3 points of damage.
Oh, no!
Was that Exaxes?
Yeah.
Okay. Shane goes down with a dagger to the gut.
I fall over.
Okay.
Well, I don't have advantage again.
That is
So
unfortunate,
that.
but that's how that works.
Okay, my clicking wasn't working there for a second. We had a 22 this time.
That will definitely hit.
And that's a 12.
Okay. Well, with the solid blow you land on him, after the just crushing blow Shane landed on him previously, and all the poison he's inhaled, he starts just vomiting blood and falls to his knees.
Yay!
Excellent.
He's not quite dead yet, but you've beaten the fight out of him.
He's not dead yet? He's not unconscious yet? Jesus.
He is barely conscious.
Okay. I will ask him, where's your stash?
He'll look at you and through coughing up blood just go, fuck off.
I mean, you're dead, so we might as well take it, right?
He just glares at you and coughs up a little more blood. Is anyone helping the, bleeding out Shane?
Absolutely not.
Who's sitting behind this body?
Just say
I can't help him.
Hmm?
I don't know how to help him.
Yeah, how does one help Shane?
Do you have the stabilize spell cantrip?
Me? Sure don't.
Okay, well then we will need a medicine check, DC 10.
So, yeah, your turn. You would just roll and add 3. D20.
Christy, do you actually have medicine, or are you've got enough?
You're allowed to make it without training.
I don't think I have any medicine.
Do you have a bonus to it or
Plus
not?
3 because of your wisdom, but you're not.
Okay.
I have-
So.
You're better at it than I am.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, roll and add 3.
14.
Okay, you stabilize Shane and, by basically just putting pressure on the bleeding wounds and just enough to stop him from bleeding out.
Yay!
Congratulations, Shane, you didn't die in the first combat.
There you go.
So,
I'm a
you're...
little offended, but at the same time, I know how we've been rolling. That's
Don't
a
be
serious
offended,
achievement.
because Matt also almost died. And
Yes.
I didn't have a chance to heal you.
I came
from it.
very close to dying.
So, you have this guy on his knees in front of you. He is slowly coughing up blood as you feel like you have punctured some of his ribs and possibly collapsed a lung.
Or at least degraded it away.
Yep.
That's
So-
Slug soup.
You doing anything other than politely asking where his treasure is?
I think we should just kill him.
Well, I mean, let's try to at least figure out where the treasure
Well, you
is.
did try, and he told you to fuck off twice. Now I say let's shoot some
Well,
poison.
no.
If you want to do that, you can just do that.
Well, you can just do that, yeah.
They
if you
will not
want.
be able to stop you if that is what you really want to do.
Wait, with poison spray, do I have? I wish I could just do like a drop at a time, like a slow burn poison.
I'm just gonna gurgle and moan over here and protest because I know that's about as much as I do.
Okay, so you are going to poison him at this point? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said I wish I could just do a drop at a time because then we could torture him with poison, but I think it's more of a spray.
It is
I
more of
haven't
a
let
spray.
you yet. I'm just contemplating
I'll
it.
say, all right, buddy, we can make this easy or we can make this difficult. Tell me where the treasure is. I'll
What?
intimidate check. I assume.
Okay. Yes, that is a good way to deal with this.
So that is a 16.
He looks up at you, looks down, looks at the, blood pouring out of his wounds, and just goes, I don't think you could keep me alive at this point if you really wanted to.
Ooh, but could I try?
That's why I said you can die painlessly.
So why?
That's the option I was
that's what you were going for. Gotcha.
Yes.
I thought you were saying we can do this the easy way or the hard way. And he's like, why would I make your life easier for you?
No. We can extend your life for as long as possible, or we can just kill you now.
A quick death's better than I deserve.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, fuck it is.
Do you do anything about this? Are you doing anything, or are you just talking to him still?
Wait, can you just see if you're good enough
So
to keep Shane stabilized, or
Shane is stabilized now.
Wait, but
Yeah.
don't I have to stay there?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you stabilize me. You can do whatever you want at this point.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna sit there and be like half unconscious, dead.
Yeah, Shane will have vague memories of this happening, but might not exactly remember it.
Too much milk of the poppy.
So
No, too much.
I'm
not
going to pull out my dagger.
And slit
Okay.
his throat.
And what do I
What
want?
else do you do with the dagger?
I don't know.
Carve
I'll just
wood.
slit his throat. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm done with this. I don't
Okay.
need this.
You slit his throat expertly. He doesn't resist.
Nobody got time for that.
Okay.
I lied to him too. I made it easy on him, and he didn't even tell me where the treasure was. So anyway, can anybody track? Can we track these guys back to their lair?
That would be a survival check.
I'm really proficient in survival, but I'm also unconscious.
I have
Also, I recommend taking a rest to heal ourselves.
Yes, a short rest would make a lot of sense here.
I concur.
It's 1 hit dice, right?
Yes. And you get to add your con modifier into whatever you roll on it. So whatever
Right.
dice you use to determine your health,
Oh.
you roll that dice and gain that much life plus your con modifier.
What is-
Paladin is D10. I think
Yeah,
Druid is
okay.
D8, but I'm not super sure about that. Fighter,
got
I know for a
5,
fact, is a
yeah.
D12.
I'm a fighter. I'm a D10.
Fighters are D10 now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where am I looking?
I'm not sure where it is on the sheet.
There should be a button at the top left that just says short rest. Or top right,
Yeah,
sorry.
short rest 1d8.
5.
So you sit around, take a breather with all these bandit corpses around you. What do you plan on doing with said bandit corpses?
Can I only snuff out fire, or can I ignite bodies?
So I'm going to assume that since we rested and I'm now up to 4 health, I am now
Which specific fire spell do you have? Is it Control
not
Flame?
A really good one. It's
How do I make this short rest window go away?
I don't know.
3, right? So 5.
Which fire spell is it?
Hold on.
so
There you go.
so before you do anything,
there's a
I'm
hide
gonna go
sign.
and at least align these bodies up in like ceremonial, like arms are crossed, dignified. be respectful to the bodies.
What time of day is it?
It would be about dinner time now.
So this wouldn't be a fire spell, but druidcraft. If I can start a campfire or...
I say we don't have time for this nonsense. Let's find their lair.
Yes, you can start a small fire, and then you can make it bigger because you know how fires work. And
well, can't I just light multiple torches and we'll like Viking funeral it? Just drop the torches on them with a bunch of kindling, just let them burn.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do you know how bad dead body?
Well, do you plan on living there forever?
We need someplace to camp for the night.
And you want to do it around the bodies that just slaughtered?
Can we go find somewhere else to sleep?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Please.
Let's see what their hideout has for us.
We don't even know where that is.
We do because we know that was up there, so we know the general location of where they came from because he scouted them.
And it's about a 20-minute walk from here, I would assume, through the woods. Fine.
Those are all logical assumptions.
Yep, they have a bedroll probably, so yeah. Well, but they could have more people there.
Wait, should we steal their uniforms?
Ooh.
That is a thing you could do.
Unless there's a large group.
Yeah,
that would also be a very convenient way of proving you killed the bandits.
That's true.
That's a really good idea, actually. Let's do that.
Yeah, but if we kill everybody before they realize we're not the initial bandits, then it really doesn't matter if it's proof that we killed the initial bandits, does it?
Well, we can prove it to the townspeople is what.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like they could prove that we killed their people.
No. You can prove to the townspeople that you dealt with the bandit problem.
Gotcha. Yeah, I vote that we steal them before we light their bodies on fire.
Okay.
So do I recognize the uniforms? Do I recognize the army?
Roll me a history check.
I actually have that. 20.
Okay. They bear the symbol of Edmund of the Rains.
Okay.
The guy who's controls most of the southern coast.
Yep.
How far away are we from the southern coast?
You don't know. You never bothered to ask where in the continent you were? You just kind of asked for the name of the town and the nearest town, and none of you recognized any of the names.
Delicious.
So, you steal their gear, and you put some of it on to act as disguises? Is what I'm understanding?
Yeah, we're stealing all of their gear, right? Like, we're ruffling through their pockets to see if they have anything.
Well, so I will take... I still have my chainmail on, and I still have everything actually mine on, but like overcoats and stuff. I'll take the captain's overcoat.
So.
Oh, wait, I want a weapon.
Okay. Well, as you search through the bodies.
Steal the scimitar.
The 8 bodies that you find 55 gold pieces in assorted coinage throughout the bodies.
Let me do this. One second. 55 gold.
The bandits are each wearing leather armor, so 7 sets of those.
7 times leather.
The captain is wearing studded leather.
Party actuary? You can be the party actuary. Accountant, whatever.
Okay.
And a scimitar, a dagger, 2 short swords, a spear, and 5 clubs. Any one of those, Christy, is more than welcome to take. I just don't know which ones you are proficient with. I know you're at least proficient with the club.
So you are efficient with the club, dagger, dart, javelin, mace, quarterstaff, scimitar, sickle, sling, and spear.
Hey, look at that. You're proficient with the scimitar. It is a D6 weapon.
Yep. So now we'll go to Equipment.
How do you plan on carrying all that armor with you?
Well, you don't have to take it all, right? We just need to sort and see what we actually want.
So I would say, guys, don't worry about wearing the armor for now. Nobody's going to believe you're a bandit.
There's
Because you're a giant blue scaly thing. Or you're like a blue person, and you're a giant silver scaly thing, right? Are you a silver dragon? Sorry. I forget.
Bronze.
Bronze. Oops. That's right. Lightning.
We're currently not wearing any armor.
So, though, I vote that I do pick up some armor, though, because I have none on my body.
I mean, hey, if it's not going to encumber you, that's fine. I just don't want you guys to over-encumber yourselves for no reason.
You are proficient in light and medium armor. So
what kind of armor do we...
Either one of those will work for you.
Yeah, you should.
Studded leather is better.
I'm going to change out my peasant's robe for this. I guess this captain's coat probably has blood all over it, doesn't it?
It wasn't super clean beforehand either.
Yeah, well, I'm going to wear it anyway.
It's fair.
I think we should just divide the coin in three.
Do you guys want to divide the coin into 3 and put it on our separate sheets, or just put it on mine and...
No.
You can be the party accountant.
Cool, I'll be the party accountant. All right, so the studded leather is...
Wait a second. That means I'm literally money, and I'm the one that wants to pickpocket these motherfuckers.
You can take your share, however you want to do with it.
You can take your share if you want. I just
take your share. If he wants me to hold on to his money purse and I get to be his accountant, I'm fine with that.
I want a little in case I get lost on my own in my druidly exploration ways.
That would be fair. 18 gold would be the split.
Yeah, I want.
Okay, so you get 18 gold and I'll hold on to yours. So that's...
Because last time Matt got to drink all day while we did other things. He had all
That's because I had money and you didn't.
I literally just finished my own sentence with those exact words.
So I will be holding on to 30.
So now I have gold.
You took the studded leather and the scimitar. So I'll grab the spear and put it on my back, but I think everything else we probably leave here for now. We can always come back and grab them.
Can we hide this stuff like in the woods so that it's not like readily stumbled upon?
Yeah, we can definitely move it into the woods, move some brush over it to hide it and whatnot. Just realize that if this isn't all of the peeps, I'm still only at 4 health. So there's a very good chance that I'm going down again once we hit this.
Did your short rest not help you all that much, apparently?
No, not really.
Did you roll a 1 on your dice?
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta increase that con score, man.
Yeah, it's only +2 right now.
For shame.
The very ow paladin.
Okay, well... So you have rested and dealt with the bodies, and you now want to go attempt to find the bandit hideout. Am I correct in assuming this?
Correct.
Okay. I will need a survival check from anyone who wants to try to track them through the forest.
I'll do it. I have +3. Both of us can do it, honestly.
You can.
I rolled an 8.
Don't choose me, because I got a 3.
I got a 15.
Didn't the dog help?
15! Hey, look at that. So, especially given the fact that you knew which direction they came from and about how far away they are, you're quickly able to find the path that they made, and they're not the most delicate of walkers, so it's not super hard to follow once you find it. And you follow the tracks back. It takes you about 15 minutes to get there. And you see a small lean-to, series of lean-tos assembled around some big trees that are rather close together into makeshift tents isn't the right word. They're slightly more permanent than that, but they're not You wouldn't call them huts, even. They're somewhere between.
It's like a wilderness shelter.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm going to at least try to be stealthy and not like just walking on the camp, because I want to see if there's anyone left here.
Okay, then roll me a stealth check.
2.
So as you clink your way through the woods, you walk into the camp and roll me a perception check.
10.
Oh,
You don't see anyone.
Clearly, I don't see anyone. I turn around and go, "Hey guys, clear."
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a perception check before I walk into the camp,
Okay.
and that is an 18.
You also do not see anyone.
Okay.
It seems to be empty, and
Yeah, the camp appears to be empty. Can I count the number of tents that there are? And
there are
number
4 of them.
sleeping locations in. Well, I guess I'll look into the tents then and see if they're. Are they like 2-man tents or what's the deal?
They are improvised lean-tos, so you might be able to fit 2 people in these if you really want to, or felt like getting close to your friends.
Okay. Are there any like bedrolls or anything outside of the lean-tos?
You see there are 3 set up, 1 in each of 3 of the lean-tos, and there's 2 set up outside.
Okay, so that's
Just kind of pushed
5.
into a corner.
We fought 7, right?
You fought 8.
8.
Sleeping in rotation.
Interesting.
Also not being terribly well equipped.
So searching around the camp, is there anything that seems like a path or a treasure chest or anything?
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm going to search to see if I can get a better idea as
3.
if there should be any more.
Okay.
Oh.
Also roll me an investigation check.
18.
Okay. As you look around, you're kind of figuring out, well, there's got to be a latrine somewhere. And you look and you see a path, and you kind of take a step in that direction. You're like, yeah, that's the latrine, of course. But then you see this other path off to the other side, and you're like, huh. And it's not as well worn. And you just kind of look in it, and you see what looks like a slightly dying bush laying next to a tree. And you're just thinking, that's not right. And then you go up to it and you move it around, and it moves off really easily. It's clearly not still attached to the ground, and there's just disturbed earth underneath it. A rather big patch.
I start digging. I yell
Okay.
for Bronx to assist
I was
with
gonna
digging.
say I sent to help dig this hole.
I say, Bronx, come, dig, help.
Okay. Well, Bronx starts digging, and Christy, just roll me a d20.
11.
Okay. Well, as soon as Bronx just keeps digging, and then you see something large kind of flip out behind him as he's digging, as a piece of cloth flies out and kind of unfolds and floats to the ground behind him. And then a second thing follows, and a third. And then he hits something hard and stops. And looks up, covered in mud, just going,
Good boy. I scratch behind his ears and pull the thing.
he
that
leans
was
into the
hard.
scratch.
Is it the piece of cloth just a piece of cloth? Does it have like markings or anything?
It is a purple piece of cloth, and seems to be fairly high-grade cotton.
Okay.
There is also a blue bolt of cloth and a red bolt of cloth.
Do we recognize anything about
Like
cloth, where it came from, where it was traded from?
any designs on it?
It is just solid dyed cloth, but it is of fairly high quality.
I was going to say, cloth is always valuable.
And purple is a very expensive dye.
Yes.
So 1 purple, 1.
The solid thing that he ran into and stopped digging, you look down and you see a bar, a solid ingot of copper. There are 2 of those and 2 iron bars. Mind you, these bars are very heavy
Yes.
because ingots are not known for being light.
No.
And
They are-
also, one of them is iron.
2 of them are iron.
2 of them are iron.
2 copper, 2 iron.
Iron is not known for being light.
All 4 of them are 50 pounds each.
Whew. All right.
How do I see my carry weight? Do you have any idea?
Well,
I
going to
do
equipment.
not.
If you go into equipment, you should see how much weight you're carrying. And if
I
you're-
do,
And if you're encumbered.
but I don't know what my max is.
I forget the equation for that.
I like that you have 170 pounds carried at 16.
I do have a lot of weight. It's probably the chainmail, the armor.
Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah.
Strength
'Cause we're gonna-
score multiplied by 15.
So.
I can carry 2 of them without being encumbered.
I can carry 240. I'm at 170.5 right now.
I could
So you-
easily carry 2 of them.
So I could carry, yeah, so
I am currently carrying 16 pounds.
Okay.
and you can carry 150. Carry 2 of them. Matt can carry 2 of them.
The bolts
And
of
I-
cloth weigh like 5 pounds each, but that's the rest of it's pretty
I-
much negligible weight.
Like, 2 of them is pretty much the limit of what I can.
Yeah, so you take 2, you take 2. I'll take the bolts of cloth. And then I can go and grab the. Because if there's anything else of value here, I don't.
Well, how valuable are these things that we're
Extremely.
lugging around?
What is the skill for that?
That I no, they don't have brains.
I always-
Maybe insight.
Let me look real quick. I just need to look at all the skills because I always forget what they are because they keep changing them on me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they should put a praise into.
Insider history, whichever you'd prefer.
I'll do insight.
23 to insight. That was a nat 20.
13. That means you are proficient in it. So sometimes.
So you think the copper ingots will fetch you 25 to 30 gold a piece, and the iron will fetch you 50 to 60. And the bolts of cloth are probably worth 25 to 10, depending on which color it is. And depending on what region you're in and how hard those dyes are to come by.
I relay that to the party. I also mentioned that we might just have to give them back to the trader for free since we saved them. If we want to.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a reward, especially if we give them to the town and be like, look, this is the stuff that we found that is clearly stolen.
Wait, but this was dug out of a hole.
Yeah, but this is where they hid their loot. Yeah. So I'm going to go back and take
Finders
a...
keep-
it'd be hard to kind of hide this.
Well, then why are we lugging it back? Why just tell them where it is? I don't understand why we're encumbering ourselves for something that we're not keeping.
Because it doesn't matter. We can carry it.
Because we're the good guys.
I mean, it's
Also,
not bad to leave it there and be like, "You found
It's
your
getting
shit,
close to
go
dark at this point, right?
Yes, it is getting close to dark.
I suggest making camp here for the night.
Yes, I'm going to take off this uniform because it's smelling and I don't like it.
That is fair.
I'm going to do a quick search to see if there's anything else of note in the surrounding area.
I mean, it's just the 4 lean-tos, a small fire pit, and, logs that have been used as benches.
Cool. I wasn't sure if there was any, like, a uniform left somewhere or
Not that you
something
could
else.
find.
Yeah, they really didn't have much. Which bed is the least smelly?
Roll me a perception check.
That is going to be a unnatural 20.
Okay. So the one that's in the lean-to that's slightly bigger than the rest of them, that you can kind of intuit belong to the captain, is the least smelly of the 4.
I immediately claim that's my bedroll. I hurt the most, and then I go over to it, I lay down, and I attempt to go to...
Okay.
I curl up on a nice patch of grass.
So I suggest.
Okay.
Well, actually, can we do this without while maintaining the long rest? Can we keep a watch?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as it's not strenuously interrupted or anything,
Sure.
you're fine. Keeping a watch does
Okay.
not interrupt
I
the
suggest
rest
keep
process.
watch and volunteer to take the first shift.
I wave my hand and then go back to sleep.
Okay.
I'll let Fox to join you if he desires.
Bronx will sleep whenever he decides to sleep. Got it. Okay. Matt. Nothing happens during your watch.
Excellent. I
Who do
wake
you
up
wake up
whoever
next?
we decided was second, which I'm going to say is Christy because Shane was hurt the most and he should sleep uninterrupted.
I can't.
And
Okay.
go to bed.
Nothing continues to happen on your watch.
Aye.
Do you wake Shane up or do you decide to just take his watch as well?
I'm going to split Shane's watch.
Okay.
Aww.
So I'll do 4 hours of his and then wake up.
2 hours.
So,
All right.
Because it'd be 4 each.
I can count.
Okay, so you said you'll wake up Matt after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Matt, she wakes you up at probably 4:30 in the morning.
I'm like, what the fuck? What? Is somebody attacking?
No, I just didn't want to wake up.
It's the Paladin's watch. He's fine.
He looks so sleepy.
I roll over.
I tried.
I snore extremely loudly.
Okay,
I remain rolled over.
so you go wake Shane up?
Well, I could, or I could just go back to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay awake and making sure Shane
I'll
doesn't
wake
get
up,
woken up.
Shane.
Okay. Shane, you wake up. You serve a shortened watch in which nothing happens.
Cool.
You have now long rested. All of your hit points are restored, and you regain half of your hit dice rounded up, which would be all of them, because you have 1.
And I get my spells, right?
And you get your spells back.
So, here. Looks like we hit long rest.
There is a long rest button that should do all of that for you. For all of the things that I know about D&D Beyond, which is not very many.
Oh, you have to click it twice. Cool. I was clicking it and it was like 3, 2, 1, and I'm like, why does it need a timer to apply?
Okay. Nothing approached you in the night.
Yay.
What do?
I suggest we walk back out to the road, attempt to grab all of the valuable stuff from the corpses that we had there, and walk back towards the town we came from.
Okay.
All right, so that is 2 cover.
Oh, I'm guessing you guys dumped out the corn that you were carrying, since that would
Yes.
also be a considerable amount of weight.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we just left that there. That was all for pretense.
Okay.
We'll stack it nicely.
Well, I assume that you were using those same bags to carry the other stuff in, and you just dump the corn out somewhere?
Yep.
When we go back to the bodies to pick up like the rest of their armors and everything to put into the bags, I just leave the corn nicely on there. Like, basically, I present them as like I'm at least giving them some form of dignity where they lie.
Well, I mean, we could use the husks as kindling for their Viking funerals.
Or we can just leave them to the
fair.
wild with nature.
But why? When we have to scavenge for kindling?
That's weird, dude.
But we don't have to.
We're just gonna leave their bodies there and do nothing? I thought we agreed.
Well, you can burn them, but I'm gonna make them pretty and give them at least final rites, and then allow nature to take course.
While these guys are arguing, I'm just gonna start walking with my tube.
You do notice that 2 of the bodies are already missing, and one of the legs looks gnawed on a little bit.
Nom, 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 nom.
I make them at least somewhat presentable. Dump the corn on them, and
this is a waste of my time.
You're not sure. You didn't see him sneak off.
Wait, can I do a perception check to see if there are any prints of animals around to determine what this gnawing would be?
Survival, not perception.
Well, can I do that?
But you can 100% do that.
5.
Okay. You can't really see any among all the trampling around you guys did and those guys did, and the blood splatters and all the fun stuff from the fighting, but
if something's eating these guys, I don't think we should stay here very long.
Dump the corn. I'm going to leave the 5 clubs.
Okay.
Wait, can Bronx carry anything?
I mean, he doesn't have a pack. He could carry something in his mouth for as long as he bothered to care about it.
Rope?
We do have some rope, I believe, but at the same time, I don't think it would be appropriate.
We can carry all of this without the dog helping us. Why do we need to have the dog help us?
Pieces of wood. We just need the short swords, the dagger, the 7 leather armors.
If I remember right, leather armor's actually pretty heavy.
I don't feel like doing math. Let's see. So, you guys are carrying that. You said the bolt of cloths is like what, 10 pounds each?
5 pounds.
5 pounds. That's. Does anyone know off the top of their head what the weight of daggers, short swords, all that fun jazz is?
Daggers will be 8 pounds, short swords will be 5 pounds, and spears will be like 7, I think. Okay, if not, that's what we're saying it is, because I said it and I'm the DM.
Yep. How much is the left?
I'm still finding that out. Okay. It's being slow to open. / the search function is not as effective as I wanted it to be. Okay, leather armor weighs 15 pounds.
Oh, that's a lot. So let's see. I have match 170. So I have 70 pounds minus the 15 from the bolts is 55 minus 11. So I can carry 44 pounds.
You can carry.
I am encumbered.
3, just round down for 3 of the leather armors.
Yeah. So carry 3 of those. So we'll leave. I take the nicest 3.
Okay.
Put them in the bag. We start walking back towards Lake Town.
Okay.
Just so you know, I can carry more than just the 2 without numbers.
Oh, well, yeah, if you can carry more, you can
carry
take the
4.
So if you
that would be 2 of the 50-pound things, whatever you want.
So if you want to take the other 4, because that would be
60 pounds.
60 pounds. So if you can take another 60 pounds, you can
Well,
take the rest
Can't
of the
if I'm
100.
taking 2 of the 50-pound thing.
Well, how much extra?
134 total, so that would be 34.
So you can
I
take
take
one
2.
more.
They're
2.
16.
They're 15 pounds each.
Yeah. So you can take 2. So we're leaving 2 of them, and we take the nicest 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can do math.
Super. You have stuff. And you walk back to the street. Roll me a perception check.
You both remember to take off the uniforms, right?
Yes.
Cool.
10.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
4.
11.
Okay.
Wait, then should I take my armor? I was never wearing a uniform. I just wore the
Leave it on. It's the studded leather is not going to have the prints on it. It's
Yeah,
the other
I
side.
never wore the armor.
So, you don't see anything. And you are back on the road.
Right now.
What do you do now?
Keep
Travel
walking
towards
towards the
town.
town.
Which town?
What we came from. Where we have
Yeah.
to the bandits for.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Lake Town. Lakeville.
Lake Town.
Lake Town.
So you're heading back to Lake Town. Okay. You will spend your whole day walking that path. Go ahead and give me another perception check for when you stop for lunch.
Woo! 16.
Nat 1, so 4.
7.
Christy, as you stop for lunch, you kind of look behind you on the road, and you realize there's a cart, maybe an hour back from where you are, that you can see that's also walking the same way you're going. He's small on the horizon, but he is approaching at a, steady pace.
Do I recognize anything about this cart?
It's rather far away. You can just more see it as a vaguely featured speck on the horizon.
I'm going to alert my company members that there is a cart. Did nobody else see it? Am I the only one?
No, you're the only one who saw it.
Okay, I'm going to alert everybody else.
I say, I bet that's the trader coming through on his way towards Lake.
Probs.
Part of me feels like we should stay and walk with him to make sure nothing else happens, but at the same time, I'm kind of like,
What if it was the traitor all along?
no more. He might not trust us, and then it would cause even more problems.
Yeah, well, I don't trust
That's
him,
why you have the
so-
letter.
Right, we do have the letter. So
It's also why we have knives.
What, can we not kill every person we come across?
Okay,
please?
I'd like to...
I agree with Shane. I think we should stay, not murder the traitor. That would be
I didn't
bad.
say to murder him. Shane's the one that put murder on the table.
And
Something on the table.
He just assumed you were only using knives for murder. I mean,
No,
we
we're
could
an
probably put our things on his cart for
True,
him
we could
to, and we would be less encumbered.
that is a fair
We
point.
could not waste as much time if we send Bronx with a note. If he can scamper up there, can we please use your cart?
He's not gonna he's gonna be so confused. We can just wait here and he can come to us.
Yeah, we can either wait or we can just keep walking. I feel like those are the two appropriate things. And I think, like, you know what? I'm making a decision. I sit down on
Okay.
the side of
So-
the road.
You were stopped for eating lunch anyways, so you just stay sitting,
Yep.
is what you're telling
I
me.
stand up.
Long
I'm more
And then
sitting.
sits
I'm
down.
now, like, super reclined.
Okay.
Stood up, and when I thought about it, and then sat back down.
Okay. As you wait, and for the 45 minutes to an hour it takes for him to approach you, you see a weathered older man riding a cart that is attached to a mule. And it is a decent-sized cart, has a tarp over the back. that's covering some barrels of, you can't quite tell yet because it's covered. And as you're sitting on the side of the road with, no threatening appearance, he'll stop probably 50 feet away and just go, "Hail? What are you folks doing on these roads?"
Taking care of your bandit problem.
Oh? Really?
And I pull out one of the
specifically,
uniforms
but
out
yeah.
of the bag.
You pull out a severed head.
I don't want. We talking about severed heads. I pull out one of the uniforms and go. We're just resting before heading over to Lake Town.
Oh, marvelous. I was on my way there. I was pleasantly surprised when I wasn't attacked this morning. I just assumed I finally beat their patrol schedule, but I guess this is even better.
Agreed. We can come and walk with you if you'd like, and if possible, it'd be nice to load some of these onto your cart, make it easier to get there.
Roll me a persuasion check.
$15.
Okay. He's a bit wary because this could be a very elaborate ruse by the bandits. But he seems to be like, well, I'd welcome the company.
Thank you, sir.
Just feel free to drop them in the back there. There should be room without smashing anything. Nothing real soft this time around that's not in a barrel.
We appreciate the help.
Thank you.
I carefully put the wares into the back. I walk to the right side of the cart next to him. And as we move forward, I will walk next to his right and have friendly banter and chatter.
Yep, he starts the mule to plodding down the road. Once again, this is clearly not a beast built for speed, but who could walk these tracks back and forth for days on end with minimal input of hay if necessary. So, what brings you folks to these parts? You're a bit exotic for our kind.
Well, it's an interesting story. We're just trying to find our way home.
How'd you end up lost?
Honestly,
We can't quite remember.
yeah. Made some decisions and honestly don't remember most of those decisions. And now we're here. So we're making the best of it.
Yeah, my friend here is a bit prone to the drink. And,
Well, I haven't heard of Sir William's people doing that before, but magic is their specialty, so I assume it could happen, but...
Who's Sir William? Who's Sir William?
Sir William is a guy.
William the Augur, the bastard son of the Emperor? He controls this region?
Ah, right, him.
You
So,
folk
you wanna tell me a
really
little bit
don't know
more
where
about-
you are, right? Do
Oh,
you?
I sure don't. Absolutely not, sir.
No.
Well, we're near the east coast of the Empire. We're decent